What is up, beautiful people? Today we're going to be ranking the strongest One Piece characters against each other. I'd say I'm a pretty big One Piece fan. It's my second favorite anime of all time, right behind Dragon Ball. But honestly, if we're going about the strongest, there's a few contenders for the top spot. So, without any further waiting, let's just jump right on into it. And in the first one, we have, a Prime Sengoku or Mihawk. That's crazy because no matter who I pick, I'm gonna get so much hate just from the first round right here. Because if we're going Prime Sengoku against Mihawk, current Mihawk, it's Sengoku. Mihawk fans are gonna hate that. He's still one of the top tiers of all time in the whole verse. But Prime Sengoku was throwing down with Roger, Shiki, Prime Whitebeard. I think just from knowing that that's who he was fighting, we have to put Sengoku just at maybe a smidge over Mihawk. Mihawk fans, I'm sorry, I'm not saying Mihawk is weak at all, okay? I'm not a Mihawk hater. Okay, we have a Prime Big Mom and Kuzan. Ooh. Now, a lot of people try to say the admirals are stronger than Yonkos, which I find it hilarious, because no, one-on-one fights, an admiral is not stronger than a Yonko, unless you're counting a current Akainu, or maybe like a GARP or something. But yeah, Prime Big Mom or Kuzan, current Kuzan. Prime Big Mom, current Kuzan. If we're going Prime Big Mom, I think you have to go Prime Big Mom. Am I wrong? Am I wrong by saying that? We have a Kuzan who lost his leg against a Big Mom who's in her prime. Just because he lost his... I think this is pretty close regardless. But just because he did lose his leg in the fight with the Akainu, and Big Mom is in her prime in this one, I'm going Big Mom. I'm sorry, Admiral fans. Ooh, okay, this is where it gets fun. This is where it gets fun right here. We have a Prime Roger and current, or I guess before the Luffy fight, Kaido. This is going to be pretty controversial. Now, I ain't saying let's talk about it for a second. We have a Prime Roger, who's arguably top whatever, against the strongest creature, Kaido. Now this is ooh. Kaido. I believe a lot of people underrate Kaido. A lot of people underrate Kaido. A lot of people say Shanks stomps him easily, or maybe not easily, but a lot of people say Akainu or the other admirals beat Kaido. A lot of people say Shanks or Mihawk beat Kaido, and I ain't going that far. No, I'm saying one-on-one still probably bet on Kaido, even probably against a Gear 5 Luffy, who, if we're going fully healthy, fully fresh, beginning of the fight, probably Kaido still against Luffy. But, ooh, this is Roger, man, going 10 toes down with Prime Whitebeard. But, we know in the Rock's crew, they also did fight. So, a young Kaido probably did fight an older or Prime Whitebeard a lot too. Maybe not, that probably wasn't Whitebeard at his prime, but a younger Whitebeard. Ooh, this is... Man, I believe Kaido's one of the top tiers in the verse of all time, regardless. Like, it's... People are gonna hate me if I pick Kaido. And if you do pick Kaido, I actually understand that. I do. I'm not gonna be someone who's like, you picked Kaido over Roger? I ain't gonna do that. But it is Roger. So I'm sticking with Roger, but if you do pick Kaido, I understand that. Luffy and Katakuri, this already happened. Now, if this was, I guess, right after their fight, you could still say Katakuri. But no, like, Gear 4 Luffy slams right now. Wait, we don't know what Katakuri's done. since their fight. We don't know what else happened with Katakuri, but it's Luffy slams pretty bad. We have Garp and Sanji. This Garp slams. Sanji fans, I'm sorry, but he's up against Garp, a prime Garp. Yeah, no. Okay, Shanks and Kizaru. Now, Admiral fans, once again, they're being paired up against the Yonkos again. So, Kizaru doesn't beat Shanks. Come on, I'm not even talking about that. No. Shanks slams. Maybe not slams, but Shanks wins that. Ooh, Kid against Yamato. Okay, this is a fun one. Ooh, one that would have been pretty fun to see, actually, too. Ooh. Now, if Kid used if he used his magnetic abilities, could he take Yamato's weapon away? Or is Yamato's haki too strong for that? Ooh, either way, I think this is going to be an extreme diff fight. No easier than high diff, but this is an extreme diff right here. Ooh. I don't think Yamato would let Kid get off his that railgun blast he has. I don't remember the name of it. Is it like Punk Cannon or something like that? But I don't think Yamato would let him get that off. I think Yamato would be too fast for him to get that off. If he gets that attack off, Kid wins. Yamato isn't going to tank that attack. I'll say that right now. But I don't know if he can get it off. So just because of that, I'm going Yamato. But if Kid does get that attack off and hit Yamato, Kid wins. I think I made both sides happy on that one. Maybe not. Oh, God. We have Prime Whitebeard and current Blackbeard. Now, they both have the same devil fruit, except Blackbeard has an extra one. Man, this is... Man. Okay, just so we don't linger on this one too long. We all know this is a Whitebeard in his prime. We know what an out of shape... Oh, well, I'm not going to say out of shape, but we all know what an older Whitebeard did to Blackbeard. It's before he had his devil fruit, but still. I think I just want to see one more feat from Blackbeard before I can put him above Whitebeard here. Just give me one more feat. One more instance of him doing something, and then I'll put Blackbeard above Whitebeard. But until then... And I'm going head-to-head fights. I'm not necessarily saying, like, Blackbeard's stronger than Whitebeard or anything, but I'm going against them fighting each other. Now, I'm going this prime Whitebeard against this Blackbeard currently. I'm going Whitebeard. Excuse me. But I just want to see one more feat from Blackbeard, then you could convince me to put him over Whitebeard right there. Dragon or a Kainu? Oh, the most wanted criminal against the fleet admiral. My heart wants to go Dragon, but I'm not going to do that simply because we have no feats for Dragon right now. Like, if we're going by like how famous he is about being the most wanted criminal, you could, but then you could honestly get him to like top 5 in the verse. So that's kind of just it's kind of like no, I don't want to go down that road. So let's just stick with Akainu just because we've seen him do stuff. Dragon, we haven't really seen him do anything yet. So as soon as we see Dragon do something, then yes. Emu against Mont Blanc. Okay, let's not linger on that. Zebek against Shiki. Ooh, I wanted to see Shiki move on to the next round, but unfortunately he's going up against Roxy Zebek. So, I mean, Shiki's a cool character, but it's one-sided. Well, maybe not one-sided, but it's rocks. Okay, Fujitora and Sabo. Ooh, this is a fun little one. 2 completely different characters. But I'm probably saying in a long drawn out fight, Sabo probably would come out on top if we're putting Fujitora against Sabo. Because I know him and Green Bull did fight Sabo. I guess fight, but we know Fujitora wasn't actually trying to do too much. I'll still stick with Sabo here. Yeah. Once again, sorry, Admiral fans. It's just who they rank up against. Joy Boy against Mark. No, not my boy Marco. What? If this was against like Roger or something, I might have picked Roger just because of what I said earlier about the having no feats. But well, I can't even say Joy Boy has no feats because we've actually learned more about Joy Boy than we've learned about Dragon, which is kind of weird to say, but yes, it's Joy Boy. I just wanted to see my boy Marco go on so bad. I love Marco, man. A prime Odin and Rayleigh. Even if let's old Rayleigh or prime Rayleigh against Odin. This is still tough, man. This is tough because he did clash with Kaido. A lot of people say he would have beat Kaido. I don't know if I'd go as far as saying he'd beat Kaido, but that fight would have been insane to see if there wasn't that interference. But Rayleigh? I'm saying Rayleigh's doing the same thing. And I know it shows an older Rayleigh. I'm saying this is prime Rayleigh here. Prime Rayleigh against prime Odin. Man, this isn't gonna be another high to extreme diff. We've seen what he did do against Kaido. And I think Rayleigh could do the same. I think a prime Rayleigh could do the same. A lot of people are gonna hate this too, because there are a lot of Odin fans, but I'm going Rayleigh, man. Hey, you're free to disagree. I completely understand if you put Odin above Rayleigh right there. Just right there, I'm just leaning a little bit more towards Rayleigh. Mainly due to the hockey aspect of it, because we haven't seen too much more hockey feats from Odin. We've seen a lot from Rayleigh. Okay, Zoro and Ben Beckman. I mean, Zoro fans, I'm sorry. Sanji, who'd Sanji go up against? I don't remember who Sanji went up against, but Sanji got clipped out right there, and this is going to be a closer fight than that one is. I think this is another high to extreme diff fight, even though it's kind of one guy uses a gun, one guy uses swords. But if we're going about who's stronger, it's as of now still Ben Beckman. But I'd love to see that fight actually. I'd love to see that fight. Ben Beckman against Zoro. Because the swords and the gun, that parallels. I feel like that'd go crazy. Law against okay. Once again, no feats. But we know he's probably stronger than Law. So let's just put him above Law. I'm sorry, I'm a huge Law fan. He's one of my I'd say Law's probably my top 3 favorite characters. But no. I'm not gonna put him above him right there just because it'd be the bad thing to do. And we have GARP against Luffy. Prime GARP against current Luffy, man. That's crazy. That's actually wild. Once again, I think this is another high extreme diff fight. We have Gear 5 against Prime GARP. This is wild, man. This is crazy. This is actually insane because I'm not a Luffy hater and I'm not a Gear 5 Luffy hater. But he's going up against Prime GARP. This is so tough. This is actually really, really tough. I think I just want to see, let me just see a little bit more from Luffy. Let me just see a little bit more from Luffy, then I'll put him over GARP. But for now, I think I gotta go Prime GARP here. I'm sorry, Luffy. I'm sorry. Luffy's one of my favorite characters of all time, but oh, Luffy, it hurts my heart to do that to you, man. I'm really sorry. I just want to see one more big feat from you, then I'll put you over GARP, I promise. Whitebeard and Shanks, a prime Whitebeard and Shanks. Now, I would love to see this fight. I'd love to see the hockey clash between prime Whitebeard and Shanks. Ooh, how do you guys think Shanks's hockey compares to prime Whitebeard's? Honestly, if we're going hockey wise, probably I might lean towards Shanks. I ain't saying he's stronger, but everything we've seen from like hockey wise and everything, it's like Shanks is top 1, 2, 3 in the verse in terms of like conquerors hockey. That doesn't mean he's the strongest, but it's still, I think we gotta go prime Whitebeard here. I'm a huge Shanks fan too. I'm not even a big Whitebeard fan, but I still gotta put Whitebeard over Shanks right there. I'm sorry. Emu and Sengoku. I mean, I'd love to see this. I'd love to see this fight happen. But I mean, we gotta go Emu here, right? Like, you can't not put him right there. I'm sorry, Yamato. I'm not even gonna speak about that. Beckman, I'm sorry. You're against Joy Boy. I feel like this. Ooh! Ooh, this would be amazing. This would be amazing. Sabo coming for his revenge for Ace. I feel like this. Ooh, a bloodlusted Sabo against Akainu. I feel like that would go hard. I feel like that'd go crazy. But even then, I think Akainu would high diff it. I think Akainu would high diff it. I just in the end he'd come out on top right there. Even though I want to go Sabo, but I'm being realistic. Rayleigh against Zebek. I'm sorry, Rayleigh. You don't get any further than that. Big Mom. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know why, but I think you could tell from the last round he was in. I completely forgot his name at first. Ryuma. I know. I even watched the little anime they had with him. But, what's it called? Like Monsters or like Monsters 1? That little anime they had, I watched that, but I somehow forgot his name. I'm sorry, One Piece fans. I don't even deserve to call myself a One Piece fan anymore after that. But his name completely skipped my mind for some reason. I knew it started with an R. How did I forget Ryuma? I'm sorry. Now, if we're going lore-wise, probably Ryuma against the Prime Big Mom. You know what? I'm sticking to lore-wise. Come on. I'm sorry. I'm pushing the agenda. Let's do it. Emu. I'm sorry. I'm not pushing him any further. Lore-wise stops right there. Garp and Zebek. Ooh. I think we have to push Zebek here. Am I wrong by saying that? I mean, no. I'm not wrong by saying that. Just. I gotta push rocks. Joy Boy and Akainu. I ain't saying this is gonna be close or anything. I'm just thinking about that encounter. Imagine Akainu encountering Joy Boy. I'm just trying to put that image together in my head. I feel like that would go insane. I don't know how it would actually ever happen, but I'm just trying to imagine that in my head, and it's actually crazy. Joy Boy. Yeah, Joy Boy. This right here is where I'm going to get hate. This is where I'm going to get hate. Because we know the strongest man in the world against the king of the pirates. It's been said and stated that Rocks is Roger's greatest and strongest rival, enemy, foe. So meaning that Whitebeard's not even his strongest foe. Now, is that enough to push Roger above Whitebeard? No. Could you easily say Whitebeard is stronger than Roger? You could. However, I'm pushing Roger ahead. Whitebeard fans, I'm sorry. I really am. I want to push Whitebeard, but I'm sticking with Roger, the king of the pirates. Feel free to completely disagree with this one. And actually, I'm probably leaning more towards Whitebeard. I'm sticking with Roger. I don't care. I'm sorry. Emu and Zebek. Emu. I don't know. We don't know enough about these people. Joy Boy. Emu and Joy Boy. Da 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 da. We don't know what'll happen in the final fight, but most likely, Emu probably like did something underhanded to beat Joy Boy. I'm not fully caught up to the manga. I'm a few chapters behind, and by a few chapters, I'm still back on. I think. Where am I back on? The last One Piece chapter I saw, it was Zoro and Lucci. Zoro beating Lucci. Did we already see what happened there? I don't know. That's where I am, like, caught up to the manga so far. But I'm going Joy Boy. I'm sticking to it. Team good guys. Let's do it. But I want to see what everyone else who did this picked, because I want to see if I'm too crazy by picking Roger over Whitebeard right there. If you feel free to completely disagree with me right there, and I'm not saying you're wrong at all. That's the one where if you disagree with me there, completely understandable, and I respect that completely. Because I am a fan of Whitebeard too. Okay, never mind. I don't respect any of your opinions anymore because, yeah, Joy Boy number 1. Okay, Luffy number 2. Okay, Gear 5. Yeah, you believe in Luffy. Then Zoro number 3. Zoro, the 3rd strongest character in One Piece. Are we being serious here? Zoro over Roger. Zoro over Emu. Zoro over Whitebeard. Shanks. Zebek. Law. Okay, there's the first one he actually has his chance against. Sanji over GARP. Sanji over GARP. Really? Law over GARP. Sanji over GARP. Yamato over Blackbeard. Sanji over Blackbeard. Zoro over Blackbeard. Over Rayleigh. Over Kaido. Over Mihawk. Sanji and Zoro over Kaido, Mihawk. How? What? This was the strongest One Piece characters, not your favorite. How did Sanji and Zoro, how are they higher? Look, there's Sanji, number 10. Zoro at number 3, which is, And then you have Blackbeard, you have Kaido, you have Mihawk, you have the admirals. I didn't even see a Kaido. A Kaido's all the way down here at 25. What? Okay, this is. I don't care about y'all's opinions anymore. If you agree with anything like this, no, that's insane. How is Mont Blanc over a Kaido? Okay. People had to have thought this was like a favorite because even though I don't understand how you would think that because it said strongest at the beginning. I'm pretty sure. Or am I just tweaking? Am I tweaking? No, play. No, strongest. It literally says strongest right here. So no, I'm writing that. No. Everyone else who voted on that, if you voted Zoro and Sanji, how was Akainu at 25 and Zoro at 3? That's wild. No, I don't. Enough talking about that. My opinions look like the best opinions ever after seeing Zoro at number 3 and Sanji that many levels above Kaido, GARP, Akainu, all the admirals. Yeah, no, I don't care anymore. I don't care. Well, let me know which ones you disagreed with. Let me know if you agree with any of these outrageous takes that other people have. Like this is Marco over Akainu. Sengoku all the way down there below Sanji, below Zoro. Shiki, all. Let me know if you agree with any of those, and if you do, just please leave a comment. But that's insane having Mihawk that low. That's crazy. That's wild. But yes, let me know which ones of mine you disagree with. And like I said, I completely understand if you disagree with the Roger over Whitebeard. I understand that, and honestly, I'm not mad if you put Whitebeard above Roger right there. Not mad in the slightest. Some of those, but yes, let me know which ones you do disagree with. Let me know what your top 3 or top 5 are. And If you want to see something else like this, drop a comment below, let me know. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, subscribe, and I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.